The HKD-USD peg, that peg, is it at risk, under threat?
No. I think I've lived through about 5 different bouts of the peg being going to end tomorrow morning, or we'll run out of reserves by the end of the week. I actually looked at the reserves. They have, of course, gone down. That's perfectly normal when you see the US dollar strengthening and the Fed tightening, that you get capital outflows. That's perfectly normal to see the peg reserves fall, and monetary policy accordingly, the amount of Hong Kong dollars issued against those reserves fall in Hong Kong itself. That's how the peg actually works. My own feeling is that there are enough reserves, plenty of them, that neither Hong Kong nor China has any interest in putting an end to the peg at the present time. That's not saying forever. It could one day be repegged to a convertible renminbi, but not now. And that China, of course, could also issue swaps and so on and so forth from its foreign exchange reserves and prop up the Hong Kong dollar, or at least reinforce the peg if it needed to, but I don't think it will need to. So the quick answer to your question, which was not a quick answer, is no, the peg is not over.
Okay, all right, it's good to know. David, let's get back to Russia, Ukraine, what's going on there. And you were helping us to game out the situation. Putin, you think his strategy is to keep Europe or European countries from raising their reserves for gas up to 90% so they can withstand winter. And then at the end of the day, he's going to threaten to turn it off, and he's going to go, look, you want the gas? Okay. I'll give you the gas, and I'm willing to stop killing Ukrainians, but basically you've got to lift sanctions. I mean, can you actually, is it imaginable that he would actually end up literally breaking NATO or European unity on this?
Well, he would say lift sanctions, and he would also say, and by the way, I'm going to keep all of the Ukraine, which I've conquered. So it would be 2 things, and I'll offer you a ceasefire at the same time. That, I think, would be the package he puts on the table. I think the point is that it would create a lot of stress. I mean, at the moment we have stress about gas. The actual reserves are 67% full, and they need to go to 90 according to the European Commission. They might get by with 80, but already the European countries are fighting with each other, saying we're not going to bail out Germany. Germany's been living beyond its means from the point of view of energy, and is responsible for being in Russia's pocket, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what you would see is a lot of stress. Now, actually, you're then faced with a choice. Europe has to choose to do the right thing, stick with NATO, put up with the hardship of recession, say 2 or 3% for at least a year, and continue to support even more solidly Ukraine, or Europe has to run chicken and give in. I think